on, third grade families? This is Mr. Bonhomme. I'm going to kind of gloss through this third grade family letter about Unit 3.3, Exploring Multiplication. We're just getting into it, and I'm going to explain what we'll be doing so you'll be a little bit aware of what you're going to be seeing and what your children are doing in class. As I said before, you can support at home by having them be on Mathgon every single day. It really pays off, especially with this newer way of learning multiplication. So, multiplication and division strategies within 100, that's what students spend a lot of third grade learning. In this unit, we're going to start by multiplying the numbers 2 through 9 by the numbers 2 through 5. So, getting those facts is really important. The twos, the threes, but specifically in this order: the twos, the fives, the tens, the threes, the fours. Um, those are really, really important for this first unit. And other facts, students will start to just connect. Equal groups. Some students will be counting all the dots when they see a multiplication representation or a strategy. Some will do skip counting 3, 6, 9, 12, as you can see here. Multiplication would be 4 times 3 because there are 4 groups and there are 3 in each. Or 4 groups, 4 groups, 3 in each. And another thing is that adults who memorize multiplication facts using flashcards or other tools, this might seem a little bit slow, but this is to build their understanding of why 4 times 3 equals 12 versus just memorizing the facts. They'll get to a point once they see it in combination with each other that they'll start to memorize some of those facts and vice versa. Community property. So I know a lot of students are going to say, oh, I know that I'm going to show them this representation right here. And they will say, they'll say, this is 4 times 3. However, there are 3 groups of 4, so that would actually be 3 times 4, just off the visual. And there's a little bit more specific about, why we want kids to be intentional with that. Using things like the commutative property will help them out, though. So 4 times 3 equals 3 times 4, and it gives you the same total. So if you're just looking for the answer, the product, the total, it gives you the same total. But this is a representation of 3 times 4 instead of 4 times 3. And then with arrays, we're going to have rows and columns. There's going to be some homework coming home that will get you a little bit more in tune with rows and columns, arrays. But you could be practicing this at home. Maybe you have tiles on your counter, on your floor, on your walls, or even on the sidewalk. So check out when you are with your children for arrays. Tape diagrams is another way that we are going to show multiplication. And for this example, there are 4 groups of 5. Sometimes kids draw circles in their 4 groups. Or they just write the number 5 and then they can put their skip counts under. Another strategy that we're going to see are number lines. You start at the number 0 and you have a specific amount of jumps you do. And those are groups. So for example, 4 times 4, you start at 0, you make 1 jump of 4. You make a second jump of 4, now you're at 8. You make a third jump of 4, you're at 12. And then you make a 4th jump of 4, and then you're at 16. This number line is a little bit messed up. The language of multiplication, this is really important. Third graders will use their reading and writing strategies to notice the language of multiplication and division. 2 words that often show equal groups are per and each. Each car has 4 wheels. 2 cars would have 8 wheels. So if each car has 4 wheels and there are 2 cars, it is 2 times 4. 2 cars times the 4 wheels on each car. there are 3 teaspoons per tablespoon. 3 tablespoons would have 9 teaspoons. 3 times 3 equals 9. So per and each, those are some languages that are going to come up. At home, these are some things that you can do. You can make up possible situations with things at home, making equal groups, maybe pairs of shoes, maybe coins, maybe Legos. There are a lot of different variations that kids can make multiplication stories and equations at home. So, for example, I have 3 nickels. Each one is worth 5 cents. How many cents do I have in total? So you would put out the 3 nickels. That's 3 groups of 5. So that's 3 times 5, and it would be 15 cents. I washed 4 pairs of socks. How many socks do I have in all? You can even show them the 4 pairs, right? So doing laundry, doing dishes, things of that nature. You can turn that all into a multiplication equation. You can make drawings as well, like the representations I just showed. So there are a lot of different things that you can do. Hopefully this was helpful to kind of introduce you to the next unit, which we're going to continue to build off of multiplication, get into division, and even deeper multiplication as the year continues. All right, this is Mr. Benone. Peace.